going on, everybody? We got Colby Allen McQuillan here. I hope I said that right. Yeah, that's awesome. Just to give you guys a quick background, I met Colby about 5 years ago through some friends on a business venture, and we were actually just talking about how it set the sail for the future of where I'm at today. And actually, just that's just from experience. But yeah, man, how are you today, dude?
Dude, awesome. It's a great day.
Yep.
It's just all around good day.
All around good day, man. And that's what I kind of wanted to talk to you about is, so man, I know, of course you got to start with foundations on your day, like we were just saying, reading, nutrition is huge. I always try to say like mind, body, and spirit, keep it balanced, especially in the mornings where you can kind of set the tone for the day. And I know you're doing the Herbalife thing, man. It's huge, helping people change their lives. It's freaking crazy what a simple shake can do for you. And like I said, I'm only speaking for experience. But yeah, like I said, I've been on the shakes about 2 months now. I've lost about 20 pounds, but like I said, especially right now in this time, if there was any other time to be healthy, it would be pretty much right now,
Oh, for sure.
And it just makes it so much easier. But yeah, man, I mean, I have a couple of questions here. Let me get them opened up. So basically I wanted to know, how has the shakes or, nutrition and everything, the balance, helped you challenge or, take on adversity and doubt?
That's good. So obviously we'll back up with the getting the basics, like you were talking about, like in the morning, like feeling good. What are the things? So first, like for both of us, like almost 9 years ago for me, I had this shake, and it was like an Herbalife shake. I never really heard of the company. I had it at this nutrition club place called Nutrition Addiction.
Okay.
And that day I had the shake, I had the tea, and I used a bunch of supplements before.
Okay.
But before, it's like I wasn't really thinking that I could feel much better than I felt, because I was taking supplements, I was working out, I was also in the military and running, doing all this stuff. And it's just crazy because I was like, I didn't feel very good. And I was pretty worried because, like, man, if I don't feel good now and I'm all athletic and running around, I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going to happen when I'm like 35, 40. I'm kind of worried. Like, there's no way that this is how you feel. There's no way that this is normal. My family is not very nutrition conscious. So we were, normal American, like, Sonic and Taco Bell and lots of fast food. And they cooked a little bit, but it was very meat rich, all meats. Like that was like the main dish of everything. And then fast food. So it's like, that's where I was being, taking some supplements, whatever. So I had the shake, I had the tea, and like, I never felt so good. It was super weird. Like I felt really good. It wasn't just energy. It was like, I just felt like doing stuff. I was like, I just do stuff. I remember I got home to my roommates, which one of them has done the business with me this whole time, David. But it's like, I went to him and I had to tell him, I was like, man, I don't know what is going on. I feel super good. And I did all this stuff around the house. I like cleaned and whatever. And they, they think of it. They're like, great, whatever.
Yeah.
But I started to this place and because I needed the shake. I was just like, man, this is good. And I ended up losing 17 pounds in like 2 months from this process.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I didn't have the stuff. Like you're making them, you have them. I was just going, whatever. So let's speed this up. I ended up getting some stuff, getting on the products, losing 40 pounds, feeling better than ever. And now for 9 years, like I still feel good, but I've evolved in the nutrition thing. Like, because I thought at the very beginning, I was like, man, if I could do these little things, like add the shake and the tea, and I feel this much better, how much better could I feel if I did some other stuff? Like I cut out tobacco, stop drinking soda, just little couple things like that. And I'm like, every time felt better. So then like got into these habits of waking up in the morning. And this is something everybody can do right now. And if you don't do it, you totally need to do it. So you wake up and you go drink like 24 to 32 ounces of water, like right off the bat. Like the first thing you do when you wake up is go drink a ton of water. And I like to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar, like with the mother, Miss Bragg's, in there, like a tablespoon in there, because of all of the minerals. It's rich in minerals. Yeah. And so it's just fantastic. And then that's the morning. And then you're going to have the focus on the goals, getting clear. Like that's the other thing is like this mental, we're mental, like thoughts are the thing that starts and fuels us. Like our emotion and thought make me do what I do, right? If I'm not controlling my thoughts and they're on kind of stresses and worries, it makes me not do stuff. If I my goals and I can kind of envision a little bit of an exciting future because of the goals, then I'm excited. Oh, yeah. So then you hit the goals. And then it's like shake, tea, got that routine where, and the reason the shake is because it's a complete protein. It's got all 9 essential branched amino acids. That's like why you feel so good. It's like everything you need. It's all right there. And you're getting that once or twice a day. Your body's getting more of the stuff it needs. And then the tea is just antioxidants, super powerful antioxidant green tea with like, you know, it's orange pico tea and then a bunch of botanicals. And that is meant just to give you all the antioxidants and make your body get rid of the free radicals, which then makes you feel better, right? So you have the caffeine, but it's mostly the antioxidants. So we're getting this in and we're super jacked up. Now, my story, I lost 40 pounds. I've been doing the business like as a career, like, or let's say being an entrepreneur, because that's what it is. Just you like, I'm out there, I'm meeting people. I'm showing them what I'm excited about, what I'm trying to give them some value. We make the sale and I build the relationship, right? Just the same as any business that we would do. Where you build the relationship, you make them feel like, man, this is, you know, we're not just another transaction. We're going to be friends. You know, because that's what makes people. That's what the whole sales thing is.
Yep.
Right? And so you said adversity. So like, how does nutrition like adversity? If that speed bump, so the speed, it's either a speed bump or it's a brick wall. If you don't feel good and you don't have the right, like when that problem comes, it's a brick wall. You hit it, you're done. You hit the ground. You're like, you don't know what to do. Yeah. If you've got these routines and these habits, when that problem comes, like a sickness in the family or an adjustment in finances, you lost this, you got to do something, or, you know, something happens in the account, whatever, it becomes not a brick wall, but a speed bump where we're definitely going to feel it. But I'm already looking for the solution and not stuck on the problem, right? Because I've trained myself to be excited, energetic, look at the few like, okay, so here's the problem, but what am I going to do about it? Not here's the problem over and over again, right? Because that's not going to, whatever. But
so focus on the problem.
Yeah. So that, I guess that would be the first question.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, I love how you, I mean, that's exactly right. You know, you kind of, you know, in a way focusing on the wrong thing. And if you're just kind of slowed down already, I mean, it's almost game over, you know, at that point. But yeah, I mean, that's been huge for me, especially just having those habits in the morning. As they say, you know, just mastering the basics, you know, and then just everything kind of falls into place. So how do you plan on growing your business from this point on forward?
Okay, well, yeah, no, so right now I'm actually in like a super growth phase. So that's pretty easy because it's happening right now. So our thing is nutrition clubs, like opening these places where we teach people about the products, the teas, the shakes, all that. We actually make shakes and teas there. And we have a customer base that comes in every day and gets their shakes and teas in our community. And then we also distribute those products and then also train people how to do the business all out of these places. And so I moved to Nebraska to open these all over the state. And there's 100 of these locations. And then on we go. But the 100 is like right here. That's the goal right now, is getting to 100 locations. And obviously I'm not going to own 100. I'm probably only ever going to own a few, 1, 2, 3. But with the team that we create, the network of partners and distributors, which is what a distributor is, just like a partner in nutrition.
Yeah.
But now, how do we do it? Is like when you're an entrepreneur, you got to have some kind of daily, each day matters, right? Everything you do each day matters, because in each 30-day span, each 90 days, or like you're looking at a quarter of the year, you got to have results. You got to have stuff. So we have this thing we do on my team and that I do is like, there's a checklist of things that I have to accomplish each day.
Okay.
So all these things that I need to do, and I've got the goals of today, and I got the things I need to focus on, and I have to check 10 of these things off. And so every day, this is the boss, because you don't have a boss in this business. You got nobody ever telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to work harder. So it's kind of difficult because you can do not shit and it's no big deal because no one knows.
Yeah.
You could literally not make
it. And
then your business isn't going anywhere, and so you have something like this to keep you on track with the dailies, because that stuff can get away from you. So right now it's like growth is all about focusing each day, getting these checks, then taking it to the next day and doing it again. And then if I can accumulate enough of those days, then there's just going to be this upward growth. That's just what happens. If I can accumulate good days together. Right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, especially, kind of giving yourself a, almost kind of like a roadblock. I mean, not a roadblock, a roadmap of things to do. Especially if, I mean, what you're doing, it kind of in its own way gives you, I guess, motivation and drive to get those things done.
It's exciting when you have a good day, you check it off, it's a win, and then you got enough wins. Now you got.
Yeah. Now I'm checking that thing off. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. And that's one of the things that kind of translates to, I mean, just like you said, entrepreneurship, I mean, just having those daily goals, those daily rituals that you can, eventually master, and then pretty much everything over a course of time, brings you the success or close to the success of, versus you not doing anything. And you're basically just kind of going wherever you want to go. But yeah, I guess, in a way you might not last long in that perspective,
Well, it's mental attitude. Everything's mental attitude. It's your mental attitude, not your mental capacity, that determines your success. Right. So mental attitude, not mental capacity. So if every day you're doing too little and you're not working hard enough, then it starts to take over your mental attitude, almost bringing about the inevitable, either I got to do more or I got to quit, So it's when you do that and my mental attitude stays strong, everything's going to go the way I want it to go. Cause that's all I got to do is be excited.
Yeah.
And like get my goal and have that little accomplishment.
Yeah.
Right. You're on to the next accomplishment. And then with enough of those, you win, I guess. I don't,
Yeah, exactly. In your own mind, you win. That's awesome, man. That is pretty cool, man. So if you were just kind of talking to me, what do you think defines a good leader, especially nowadays,
Well, I mean, I guess it would be simple because, I mean, leadership's it's simple. There's all kinds of different ways to train on leadership, but leadership is like just being whatever it is that you teach or do or whatever, like you exemplify that thing and then turn around to build people up. Like we're kind of raised, and this is all Wim Hof. Wim Hof is, he's a pretty fantastic person. Everybody listening or us right now, Wim Hof is, if you don't know who that is, you need to go listen to his stuff. And he wrote a book, and he's called The Iceman, and it's crazy. But he talks about, like, we're raised in school to think strength is like who can push the hardest and who's the strongest and who can like bully. Like that's where, but he's like, that's not strength. That's aggression. He's like, strength is when you're so strong that you can help everybody around you and make them better. And I think that's like leadership. Is like leadership really is like, not only are you getting your stuff and you're making sure you're on your, like you're being the best version of yourself and accomplishing those things, but you're also able to help everybody around you do the same thing for their own, situation.
Yeah.
Like it's,
kind of just spreading the knowledge or the tools, what so have you. But man, that is awesome, man. So I guess that kind of answers my next question on you kind of knowing what the business that you wanted to be in, and just the influence and energy that you got from just a simple shake is just planted the seed and just kind of blossomed into this this business that you're running. And so you're I mean, you have a couple of nutrition shops open, and I know you're in Lincoln, Nebraska. But that's awesome, man. So is there anything that you would tell anybody watching right now, like as far as if there was one thing that you could just kind of instill in everybody, what would that one thing be?
No doubt. Like, so obviously nutrition, like you need to eat, like you just need to take care of yourself so you feel good enough to want to do something, right? Because you can get in the habit of not doing anything because you don't feel good, and days and weeks and months pass. And you're just, so that's like feeling good. But really, it would be personal development. Just grab this book. It's like getting the books and reading, right? Every day, reading 10 pages, 15 pages. and you start wherever.
Yeah.
A good place to start with personal development is Jim Rohn.
Okay.
He's a mentor's mentor. This dude is like the foundation of just a lot of stuff, right? He's the man. And
Yeah.
he instills this wisdom in such a way, it's like no one has ever kind of taught the way he has.
Yeah.
So everybody's unique. There'll just never be another Jim Rohn. But like some of the books, like 12 Pillars, the 7 major pieces, or the 5 major pieces of the life puzzle. Let's say there's the Seasons of Life. These are so simple, but they'll change everything.
Yeah.
Like you know, like that whole philosophy of like planting the seed. You sow, you know, you plant, you reap. You sow, you reap. Like that thing, like setting the sail. That the same wind blows on all of us, but it's how we set the sail. It's how we, you know what I mean? Because like you can set the sail to have the wind, the undesirable winds, take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
And that's all Jim Rohn. It's crazy. Like it's a good start because he'll teach you about all these other books you can learn. The same with Og Mandino. That's what this book is. Og Mandino is another beast. But personal development, like just every day read and grow and evolve a little bit, because that's what we need to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most important thing.
Yeah, man. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't even know where my life would be without personal development, you know? And, you know, Jim Rohn, he was, you know, just being around you guys, just got introduced to his name and his teachings. And you know, right now, you know, of course, I mean, reading 10 pages a day is simple. But you know, I mean, nowadays you could freaking Google or YouTube any book and just listen to it on the car ride to work, or, you know, as Jim Rohn says, changing your vehicle into a mobile learning tool, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You just listen to stuff and grow as you drive around.
Yeah, yeah. Versus, you know, you got you got Cardi B talking about other, you know, crazy stuff over here on the freaking radio, and that's just amazing to me. Yeah, man. All right. So right now, where do you see yourself in 5-10 years, besides opening your nutrition clubs?
Well, I mean, in a couple different ways. I guess financially, it's just to, well, I mean, one thing is I have an extreme passion for the company that I work for, the Herbalife Nutrition Company. So it's definitely going to be to, you know, to get up to the top 1% and really make an impact within the company and be a leader within the company.
Okay.
Because it really, everything that the pathway and everything that I've learned and been, you know, this whole time is because of that. It's because of the opportunity that Herbalife has and the philosophy of personal development and nutrition.
Yeah.
Because that's where everything came from. That's where I learned about personal development. It's where I learned. So it's like I be one of those people within that trains a multitude of others and kind of gives them some inspiration. Just like I was trained by so many of those individual distributors that it really, I mean, it changed my life forever. I want to be one of those people. So that's like one of the, I want to inspire and help people, you know, not quit on themselves and that kind of thing. And then kind of be in a position where we've got some property, because this is all part of the vision. It's like, because I want to be able to raise my kids like the way, you know, that I kind of got to raise, because I was in the city and then half the time was in like a ranch in Louisiana where my dad's dad lived. And it's like being on the horses and just being on like a land where, you know, it's just different, because we're self-sustaining with water. Like I want to have, you know, a running water where we can kind of create our own water system, teach them how to grow food, basically teach them like the things that a lot of we don't grow up with. Like I was fortunate to grow up with gardens and food and growing stuff, and it's super important. So like that kind of positioning them in a place where we build the house and we've got a property and we're like, that's our home, life, growth, energy spot, right? Like, because the whole point, and I'm about to have another child, so it'll be 3 kids, and so it's really kind of,
man.
Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. 3
kids, just like wow.
Yeah, man, that is pretty cool, man. That is, well, congratulations, dude.
Yeah, so I'll have, you know, in 6 more months I'll have 3 kids, so definitely that'll be part of the 5-year plan.
Man, that is awesome, man. That is pretty cool. Raising young leaders, you know, for the future. That's pretty cool, man. So congratulations. So yeah, man. I mean, you know, I think that's, we touched on some pretty good subjects there, you know, and I think hopefully that helps at least 1 or 2 people out there, you know, just kind of keeping the balance of, knowledge, daily knowledge, and your nutrition, especially hydration. Man, and even one that I forgot to touch on, but just breathing. I sometimes like just sit there and notice that my breathing is really shallow and just forget to breathe all the way in. But just oxygenating your blood, I guess you could say. But man, okay, I'm super excited about this. You have a couple promotions going on. You want to tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah. So the challenge. So basically, if you're at a place, and then this is really where I was at that point where I told you in the story, like I was kind of like, there's got to be a way to feel better. There's no way that having this low of energy and feeling like this could be normal. Like I need to, like I'm doing the stuff, I'm working out, my body, I got to feel better.
Yeah.
Because so many people feel that way. Like I was a personal trainer at that time, and that's basically why everybody came, is they were coming to work out, to get back, because they wanted to feel better.
Yeah.
Right. So we got this little 3-day challenge that gives you the shakes, the teas, and then kind of like gives you a meal plan structure. So you can kind of see how easy, because this is not a diet thing. This is incorporating healthy, active lifestyle. Like you need balanced nutrition, right? You need antioxidants and a good source of energy. This is just kind of putting in what you're like, because you're already eating. Most of us are already spending tons of money. So it's like, we want to spend more money. We want to change the money that we're spending. So some of the money is going to making us feel better, right? Like going out the window because we need food and I haven't eaten in 4 hours. And there's the restaurant. Let's just eat. Like that's not taking care of ourselves. That's
let's get 10 chicken nuggets for $1.
Like that's not it. You got to have some weight, because that's why the shakes. That's why me and you both love them, because it's like easy. I need water. I need the shaker cup. I got a perfect meal, and I'm busy, right? So sometimes I don't have to sit there and cut up everything and do all of that. I just need some nutrition. So that's what the challenge is. Breakfast. So it's 2 shakes, 2 teas, 2 snacks, 1 healthy meal, right? You're going to get a challenge group, and it's $25 to join, 20 for the shakes and teas, and 5 goes to the little cash pot, because it's like a cash prize challenge. And it's dude, the average weight loss is about 5 pounds.
Okay.
And it's like, no matter what, the energy is better, right? In 3 days, the quote that we hear the most is, you just don't know how bad you feel till you start feeling good.
Wow.
Right? That's it. Challenge just for those that are like, man, I want to do this, but I need to know, what do I do? And the challenge is the best way to get going. And then you get me as a coach. Like I'm like, this is my passion, what I love to do. So I will teach you how it is that I've been able to achieve the results and help people for 9 years do this. Because we have helped a lot of people with the products, and it has been super fun.
That's awesome, man. That is really cool. So you want to give people somewhere they can reach you at? I know we have you on Facebook. I'm going to post this later on Facebook. So
Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Obviously, we can provide. We'll in the link. We can put some stuff for contact. Because if they contact you, right, and they're like, "Hey, man, I saw that thing." I mean, he'll let me know, and then I'll reach out to you, right? So it's like, but it's just like, if you're looking and want to do it, go to my Facebook. I mean, and then get with him, because obviously me saying the number right now is not going to be doing any good.
Yeah. Private message Colby or me. I'll definitely lead you in the right direction. Man, that's awesome, man. And like I said, it's just super important. And even as like different aspects like entrepreneurship, it's just so important. Since, like you said, you're always moving. You have that shake real quick and you're out the door. Maybe throw some oats in it or something, and you're good to go for a while, actually. But Any last statements?
Well, I mean, interesting. You just said, like we spoke before. It's like the information age.
Yeah.
Everybody that's on this, you need to be looking for a way to earn income, to like get a business started, like real estate, like you're doing. It's like you're learning how to like bring a product, bring something of value to somebody, show them, be like, this could be it. Like if we're telling somebody what they could look like and feel like, or if we're like, this is the place you could, have your family, you could build a life and memories and dreams here. This is what this is. Can you imagine yourself here in the kitchen with the kids? Because that's what you do. You're like, can you imagine this place being? And it's like, you got to get into the field. You've got like entrepreneurial like mindset and spirit is it.
Yeah.
Like there's a book called Business of the 21st Century, and Robert Kiyosaki, which is like the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah. I mean, he found that like, if you want to make it or have any kind of chance to have like a life of like somewhat financial freedom and those kind of things, you really do have to get into one of these, like you have to get into real estate. You have to get into something where you're creating value and you're not getting paid for your time.
Okay.
Because even if you make $100 an hour, you're only making $100 an hour when you work. You don't make $100 an hour.
Yeah.
If you make $100 an hour, you could stay home.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. Like you've got to do something where you're creating some way of having residual income and a bigger income. And that's through network marketing or through real estate. One of these, because if like for me, I found a product that I loved that I couldn't stop telling people about. And it wasn't, I never wanted to do network marketing. I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
But it's, my mom was super low energy. David, my roommate, like I was like, dude, I could see immediately how I could help them. And then I'm not stupid. I'm in the wellness industry. I see how much money people spend on training. Yeah. I'm like, man, dude, we got this. We could do this. Like people, like this thing will work and I can help one person at a time. And because of the way Herbalife is, I'm building this residual income. Because dude, my income's a willable asset to my kids. Like right now, if I passed away like this, they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't be left.
Wow.
It would continue to come. And I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. And a lot of these do this. Like network marketing sets you up for that.
Yeah.
Mine's Herbalife Nutrition, but that doesn't mean, that's not the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So many.
Yeah. I think it is, even just as long as, you have that, nutrition foundation, like the possibilities are endless,
Once you feel good, you want more.
Yeah.
You start feeling good, you want more.
Yeah.
And that once that kicks in, it's like, now you got to find a way to make more money. That's why real estate, property, something like where you're making sales, making residual income, or because that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You got more money because you got to have more, like now you want to do stuff, you want to go and you want to, like, you got to have more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Money's creating the vision. It's like money's not the only thing. It's not super important, but you got to have it so you can.
All right, we lost Colby there, everybody, but hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope y'all learned something and realize how important nutrition is, and of course hydration and all that good stuff. But I hope y'all have a great day. Feel free to follow Colby over on my Facebook, and you guys take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.